is HighburySoul, and today we're talking about Arsenal in the tensest week of the month. Chelsea ahead, and a series of stories behind the scenes are shaping the state of the squad. Risky selection choices, unexpected recognition from pundits, pressure mounting on Arteta, and a transfer target whose future is suddenly uncertain. No detours, let's get to it. The potential lineup that could shock Chelsea. The atmosphere ahead of the Chelsea clash is electric, and Arsenal's predicted lineup is making plenty of fans raise their eyebrows. Arteta may field a bold trio: Noni Madueke, Piero Hincapié, and Riccardo Calafiori. Hincapié is expected to partner Saliba in central defence, replacing the injured Gabriel. Despite the magnitude of the match, Arteta appears confident enough to trust him with the responsibility of building from the back. Calafiori returns to the left side, not just to defend, but to disrupt Chelsea's pressing structure. Timber holds the right flank, providing stability and tempo control. The midfield is a blend of balance, discipline, and creativity. Rice anchors everything. Zubimendi dictates rhythm. Eze is the spark Arsenal rely on when a moment of brilliance is needed. Up front, Madueke brings pace, unpredictability, and the direct threat Arsenal sometimes lack on the left. Saka stays on the right, while the central striker role could fall to Merino if Gyökeres or Havertz are not at full fitness. It's not Arsenal's strongest 11 on paper, but it might just be the most strategically dangerous for this specific match. And that's what makes it so intriguing. Micah Richards. This isn't normal anymore. Micah Richards watched Arsenal and summed it up in one line: this isn't normal. It wasn't a joke. It was a genuine assessment of Arsenal's depth and defensive stability. Richards believes Arsenal now possess a backline strong enough to withstand almost any setback. Even without Gabriel, the defence hasn't dipped. Arsenal have 4 centre-backs who can start in major games without creating panic. Few teams in Europe can say the same. What impressed Richards most is the cohesion. Arsenal defend like a system, not a set of individuals, and still know how to explode into attack when the moment comes. For the team, and for fans, hearing that right before Chelsea is a psychological boost. Arteta. From bad decisions to a manager proving everyone wrong. There were stretches where Arteta was heavily criticised for decisions that seemed odd or overly stubborn. Substitutions that infuriated fans. Tactical adjustments that looked counterintuitive. And press conferences where he stood firm despite waves of doubt. But football has a funny way of revealing the truth. All those controversial calls are now being viewed differently. Arteta values structure over emotion, discipline over chaos, and long-term growth over short-term applause. His uncompromising approach to squad management, benching big names when needed, prioritizing the collective over individuals, has shaped a dressing room where nobody is guaranteed anything. Recent performances, especially the statement win over Bayern, have validated his vision. The man once accused of being stubborn is now seen as a manager with a clear blueprint and the courage to stick to it. Arteta hasn't changed. Time simply caught up with his ideas. Transfer twist. Guirassy leaning towards Saudi move. While matchday hype grows, the transfer market has delivered a more sobering update. Arsenal target Serhou Guirassy may choose Saudi Arabia over North London. The reason is straightforward: financial power. At 29, this could be the biggest contract of his career, and Saudi clubs are offering terms Arsenal simply cannot match. There's another factor. Arsenal cannot guarantee he'll be the undisputed number 9. With Havertz, Gyökeres and Trossard in rotation, Guirassy may not get the central role he expects. If he turns away, Arsenal will need to adjust quickly, either accelerate talks with other targets or delay strengthening until the next window. Either way, it complicates the club's attacking plans. Those are all the major Arsenal developments in the last 24 hours. A bold lineup that could surprise Chelsea, strong recognition from pundits, Arteta's decisions being re-evaluated with new respect, and a transfer concern on the horizon. The Chelsea clash is coming fast, and Arsenal head into it with confidence, maturity, and the expectation of thousands watching. Thank you for staying until the end. Subscribe to HighburySoul. Same time, same passion, always Arsenal.